Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, we're trying something completely different today. Could be fun, could also go wrong. I had no idea what to expect before putting these to test. So I got some of the absolute cheapest basketball shoes out there. Yep, to give you some perspective, this is like less than 30 bucks USD. This pair is $26 and this was also around 30 bucks. $33.97 to be exact. So yeah, if we were to call these dirt cheap, that would be a fair statement. I gotta tell you, these shoes are really hit or miss, but one of them was actually solid. As a basketball shoe, it had good traction, grips pretty well, even on my usual dusty court. Better traction than those Skechers that go for 150 bucks. Can you believe it? There are also gonna be ones like this that don't even feel like shoes on your feet, let alone hoop in them. I mean, that'd be super dangerous. Anyways, all of these are sold on Temu, the sponsor of today's video. And for those of you who don't know, they're basically like Wish. The majority of things that you can find on there are just cheap. I technically didn't even get these at their cheapest possible price, because sometimes they have sales up to 90% off, which is crazy. You get free shipping and free returns up to 90 days. And they also price match items that see a price drop within 30 days of your purchase. If you download the Temu app, you can also get a $100 coupon bundle. So for those interested, I'll put the link and promo code in the description. Yeah, this was a small Temu haul that I did recently. I've seen a few suggesting me to do this in the comment section. I was always curious to try these types of shoes. So here we are. I'll give you my honest opinion on exactly how they feel on feet.
Nope.
How they perform in different aspects on the court, as if they're, the regular new releases that we cover on this channel. I mean, I really don't think we're expecting much given the prices. But yeah, this is a sponsored video, and I'll share my experience shopping on their site as well, with some things to know if you were to make a purchase on there. Let's get right into it. Okay, why don't we start on a more positive note? So there's this shoe that actually worked pretty well for me, surprisingly. Like most stuff from Temu, especially shoes, they just come in one of these zip bags. They don't do boxes. The whole package was also shipped to me in a big shipping bag, basically. So when you browse their sneaker products on the site, you'll notice that a lot of them are modeled after an existing shoe from one of the major brands. There are two legitimate Chinese brands on there for basketball shoes: 361 Degrees and Rigor, the brand that makes Austin Reeves' signature shoes. But obviously it's just their less popular models, and we're only interested in the cheap stuff here. I personally really don't like those that are obvious knockoffs or fakes. So I bought ones that are somewhat on their own. And this particular shoe comes in a variety of colorways. Prices will fluctuate, but you should be able to get this for about 30 bucks, something like that. Don't look at the original prices, by the way. That means nothing. Performance-wise, first of all, the traction was actually not bad at all. This shoe has a herringbone traction pattern, and even passed on the very dusty court that I normally play at. It also has a very loud squeak to it. The rubber even feels sturdy enough to last outdoors. I've played in shoes that have horrendous traction, but these guys are not too bad. Now, in terms of cushion and support, what? You were expecting cushion and support? No, yeah, jokes aside, little to none. The midsole feels super thin, just a tiny bit of impact protection. So landings feel stiff. The upper is also not very supportive for super hard twists and turns, but this was basically like a mesh material. So comfort alone, once you step your foot inside, is decent. I must say that insoles are really not bad for its price. I mean, better than the insoles we got on the Ja 1 and Tatum 1. With the fit, I went with my true size in most sneakers, which is a size 10.5 US, and they fit perfectly fine. Weight is gonna be average, slightly on the lighter side. Definitely not heavy shoes, but it's more so because they simply lack cushion or any sort of midsole technology placed into them. Overall, this black pair turned out to be a genuine surprise. I could play in these just fine. No sliding around or noticeable discomfort, but you also won't get any good support. Besides the fact that it says basketball on the heel tab, I thought they looked fine out there, no? Another shoe that I bought is this white pair with like a fur logo on the heel. This was the cheapest pair out of the three, just a bit over $20. Quality-wise, on this one we have some leather, but cheap leather, obviously. You'll see there are really some funny-looking designs among the basketball shoes. Like most will have a number 23 on there, or 24 for Kobe. Again, I tried to stay away from those as much as I could already. Now, compared to the shoe that we just talked about, this one clearly couldn't grip as well as the black pair did. Another big problem was the lockdown. No more eyelets up top, and they'll feel loose on feet for any type of faster movements and hard cuts. So this being a higher cut around the collar means nothing. I couldn't really hold my feet properly. How about the comfort? Comfort is once again pretty good. None of these felt extremely uncomfortable or anything, but it's just that when it comes to on-court action, we have to be careful and picky, because imagine spending the least amount of money you could but getting injured. Like that one I could totally play in it. This one not so much because of traction and containment. The left shoe weighs 420 grams on the scale, while the right shoe is 460 grams. Yeah, I want to say these gave a little bit more feedback underneath your feet, like in the heel. So that's something nice about it. Some other stuff that I got from Temu, in terms of product variety, they really have everything on there. But just keep in mind that quality is going to be hit or miss. Like this pair of slippers for $9. They were kind of already damaged on the way though. Sure, you might like the design from the product images, but in hand, it's really nothing more than a piece of plastic that doesn't hold up too well. I also got some socks, a t-shirt, a sneaker sorting bag that's like divided into boxes, another small bag for a few dollars. Those are all pretty nice and fun, and a knee pad that unfortunately didn't fit. This one was tough because I couldn't tell if their whole sizing is just off or if it's just me being fat. Maybe I gained even more weight than I anticipated. Shoe number 3, this was unusable. Like this shoe really made me question a lot of things in my life. Am I just spoiled by all those fancy setups? Full length zoom strobo, double stack zoom air, bounce pro, or full length boom on some drop-in missiles. I'd much rather not play than to play in these. Oh, and I think these are meant to resemble the Lou Williams shoes, like the Peak Underground maybe. They are heavy, coming in at a whopping 500 grams. And yes, it does slow you down on the court. The lacing system didn't make sense with these wires hanging out. I don't even know if they're supposed to serve as lace loops. Some of these eyelets have factory flaws to a point where it's completely soft, and I had to poke it through with a needle to lace them up. This rubber also feels soft and flimsy. You have pretty much no lockdown or containment. Traction was about average. Not terrible, but I really don't have much else to say. No cushion, not much comfort this time either. So this was without a doubt the worst out of the 3 pairs that I got. I should mention that fit is true to size, just like the other 2. With all 3 of these, also most of the basketball shoes on Temu, it's all about price really. You can always keep scrolling through the different colorways or wait for another day or two in order to find the best price. As far as shipping goes, I live in Canada and it took them only about a week for all the items to arrive to me in Toronto. Obviously that depends on where you are located specifically, but from my experience, it was fairly straightforward. Order processing is pretty fast. Like I said, the return policy is very customer friendly. Basically, the shopping experience should just be boom, fast and easy. And you can probably tell by now that the emphasis is 100% on the low price. I mean, that should be the biggest reason you're shopping on there, really. All right, if I was to summarize this batch that I got from Temu, technically we went 1 for 3. Well, 2 of these shoes, I was able to play in them, but only this black pair was decent. They're still nowhere near the average performance level of shoes from the major brands like Nike, Adidas, Li-Ning and all that, but the prices are also far below. When you're shopping at around this price tier, it's really hit or miss to be honest. But at least a good thing is that Temu has you covered with a good return policy, and sometimes you can even get the refund prior to sending the items back. That's it for this video. If there's any other types of shoes that you'd like me to try, could be any brand or any source, please let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best as always. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.